Hi guys, this is Taylor and I'm here today to do the new to Booktube tag. I saw the lovely Victoria from A Hermit's Progress do this tag and I liked it way better than all the other Booktube intro tags I've seen, so I decided to do it for myself. Let's get right into it. Where are you joining us from? I am from Connecticut in the good old US of A. How old are you? I am 21, which comes as a surprise to anyone who's ever seen my face. Why did you join Booktube? I joined Booktube because I needed an outlet to talk about books. I don't have a ton of friends who read the same types of books that I do and who are interested in talking about them, and I really just needed a place to put this. I also watched Booktube for about a year and a half before I made my channel, and I would always do the tags and stuff in my head, like my own version of them just in my head, and I would always go through at the end of the month and be like, oh okay, so I read 5 books and I gave 3 stars to this one and 4 stars to this one, so I was kind of doing it in my head long before I made my channel, so it seemed like the logical conclusion. What is the meaning behind your channel name? I originally thought of tea reads as like a double thing, like T because my name, Taylor, and T because tea, but I think that would have been way too twee for me. I swear way too much to be associated with tea. What types of books do you read or want to talk about here? I read lots of literary fiction. I dabble in YA. I definitely like to develop a better base knowledge of modern classics, but my favorite books are almost always weird. I love bizarro black humor and satire, weird magical realism. Those are always my very favorites. Who are some of your favorite authors? My first favorite author was probably Kurt Vonnegut, although I haven't read nearly as much of his bibliography as I want to. George Saunders is my favorite short story writer, no contest. From what I've read of Murakami, he might be on his way up there. I need to read more ladies. What's the last book you read? The last book I completed was Vampire's Black Heart, which, yeah, well, you will hear more about in my wrap-up. Also, for new or first-time viewers, this is not a typical read for me. I'm doing a thing, I'm reliving my childhood. It's a fluke. What are you currently reading? I just started Witch Child last night. I'm about 50 pages in. It's fine so far. What do you use for bookmarks? So fun fact about me and bookmarks. Up until about a year and a half ago, I never used bookmarks. I didn't see the need for them. I would just open the book and be like, okay, I've read this, okay, I haven't read this, and I don't know why I did that. I thought it was so much more convenient than bookmarks because I didn't have a physical thing to stick in the... I don't know. Bookmarks are so much easier. I'm so stupid. But yeah, as for bookmarks, I like to use actual bookmarks. I have worked in a library long enough to have learned that very, very important things get lost in books. I have found so many scary things returned in books, like tax forms, plane tickets. So yeah, I use actual bookmarks. I like the ones that Book Depository gives you. A lot of them I just I steal from the library, when I find a cool one. I like this one from the Strand in New York. I've never been there. I found this one from Alaska Geographic, which is pretty cool. I've never been anywhere remotely near Alaska. This is not a bookmark, but I also like using this business card from a girl that I met at a concert once. Because it's just pretty. It's from Krista Perry Art. You should check her out. I don't really know who this is. I met her at a show. Show us your current TBR pile. I have made a whole video about this. It's called My Stacks of Shame, that details my TBR system, which I will leave a link to somewhere here, somewhere. Which do you prefer, hardcover or paperback, ebook or physical book, owning or borrowing? I definitely prefer to own books. I would say about 95% of the things I read are owned, with the other 5% being from the library. Definitely prefer physical books. I just like to hold them. I also like to know, in relation to the end of the book, I only have this much left, and you can't really do that in an ebook. And Something that I kind of recently discovered about myself is that I do really prefer hardcover, which is great because they're always way more expensive. Especially like big books. I hate having big chunky paperback books because I feel like they're just gonna fall apart on me. I don't know. What book or series got you into reading? I am definitely one of those people who has been reading since I could read. I don't really remember a particular book or series that started me on reading. I definitely loved the Magic Treehouse series as a kid. I still own up to book like 50 or something. Harry Potter? Am I allowed to say Harry Potter? It's Harry Potter. It's always Harry Potter. How did you discover Booktube? I actually knew Sana from Books and Quills way back when she was on Best Wishes from NL, like in 2008 or something. And then at some point, maybe 2 years ago, I was like, oh, she has a channel on books. Let me check that out. And then I realized that lots of people have channels just about books. And it was a good day. It was a solid day. What challenges do you think you'll face with your own channel? I have already very quickly learned that this takes so much time. If you've never made an actual video before and edited it and, you know, did all the stuff that goes into putting up a video, take how much time you think it would take and double it. It's so time consuming. Editing takes so much time. Uploading takes so much time. It's insane. Yeah, time. That's gonna be the issue. Time. And where else can we find you? As always, the social media I'm available on is down in the doobly-doo. I'm totally on Goodreads and I'm totally on Instagram. I have a Twitter, but it's weird. And you should be my friend. So that is it for the new to Booktube tag. Something else I have to mention, even though it is not at all book related, because it's all I've been talking about for the past 24 hours in real life. The final season of Mythbusters is airing in January, and Mythbusters is one of my favorite things in the universe. It means so much to me. That show instilled a fierce curiosity in me that has been with me since I was very little, and I'm devastated. I just had to mention that because it's so much of a part of who I am. One time I saw the Mythbusters live on tour and I dressed up as Jamie and low-key tried to get backstage. That's a true story. Anyway, yep, that's my new to Booktube tag and me being sad about Mythbusters. I don't know how those two got together. I'm sorry. I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye! Also, by popular request, and by popular request I mean one person, here is my dog sitting in a very small sunbeam. Look at that tongue.